Hey Aquarius, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from December 5th through the 7th, 2025. This is for Aquarius. Last shuffle for Aquarius. Let's see what's going on. So Aquarius, what we have is a kindred partnership. We also have letting go. So it feels as though you have someone in your space that feels like you two are a perfect match, but they're in the energy of letting some things go. They are trying really hard to pay more attention to themselves. If they're backing away from you, it's because their health is at stake or there's something going on with their health. Could be yours too, but I mostly see it being the other person with health issues. I feel that this person is starting to realize that life would be better if they really had a partnership or a friendship with you. This could be a coworker. This could be a love interest. The love interest aspect of things is this person is not feeling like it's safe to love. They don't feel like they could open up. They're really wanting to though, because I feel that they are realizing. You know how like you have a health scare and you realize I need somebody. You know, like people wait. There's always a joke about how especially men will wait until they have failing health, they got a cul-de-sac. I'm sorry, the kids in my family say they call but like receding hairline the cul-de-sac. You know, it goes back into the yeah. So you know, you wait until that point. You wait until you're old and gray. Then you're like, I think I'm ready to settle down, ladies. Don't you all come up at the same time now. And I feel that this is someone in your space that is starting to realize that they would do better if they were to change and to profess their love for you. This could be an ex. This is someone who is wanting to apologize. They want to work with you. They may try to communicate, and their communication may be more so geared towards work, geared towards how are things going. This is someone who feels like spirit had a plan, like this was all meant to be. It is meant to happen the way it did, and they're coming back now because they may have lost a lot. It feels like they have lost, their health is fading or their energy levels are lower, and it's starting to make them realize, like, you know, me, the way that I've been acting. I say, you know, I promise or I talk a good game, but when it's time to show up, I don't. I back down because it seems like I said too much and I can't really live up to what I've said. So now they're saying, you know what, I'm letting go of doing that now. They realize that they may have put a lot of pressure on you to fix them too. And they're realizing that no one needs to fix me, but I do need a friend. I do need somebody in my corner. They're asking themselves a lot of questions. What does my heart really want? And they're starting to establish a level of like some boundaries here, and their boundaries are that they can't worry about things that are out of their control. They can't continue, I want to say lie. If I'm being honest, 8 of Swords and 10 of Wands with letting go. They're tired of trying to trap someone into a life that they don't have any true, or they didn't have any true intentions on fulfilling or creating. They're saying these things to themselves. They're realizing I can't do anything about all this stuff, but I do know that when I'm coupled up with Aquarius, or I'm partnered with Aquarius, whether this is business or a really, you know, romantic or family connection, because a kindred partnership is a partnership where we have similar goals, we have the same kind of mind. You know, we like the same things. Whatever the commonality is a big deal for this person. And so they realize that I have to honor my commitments with Aquarius. I have to honor and listen to them and stop judging what they want. And they realize that when I'm partnered up with Aquarius, I become a force to be reckoned with. I'm stronger. Someone's gotten is in doing so well. The deception is the 8 of Swords and the 4 of Wands. The deception is deception itself. This person has been fighting with themselves about they have a self-sabotaging nature where they feel as long as they're being celebrated, or they're being, you know, there's an orchestra behind them, that everything is all good. They're not realizing that they are going against the flow of everything by trying to force you to give them a certain level of attention, of forcing you to, you know, to adhere to something. It's about, you know how like you tell somebody, oh, I have all these plans and I want to do this and that, but then They don't deliver, but that was their ploy to trap you in whatever they're talking about. They're realizing that I have to go with the flow. I'm messing up the flow of things by promising things I don't have any intention on keeping. But now I really do want to make good on those promises, but now I'm not going to just verbal vomit on Aquarius and say all these pillow talk the crap out of them and then not do anything about it when we wake up in the morning. Now I'm going to, and it's not to say that this is romantic. I'm just throwing out here how a person, just the example of how this energy is going. Something is happening here where they're realizing that they put themselves in a position where they may not be taken seriously, where you may be combative now. They put themselves there. And so they're now trying to establish some boundary of saying, I know what I really want. I know what I really want to have in my life. I know that I want a more intimate relationship, or one where there's trust. And their health is fading because of the way that they've been acting. I think this is crazy. They're discovering here Justice and Knight of Pentacles. What they're discovering is how they are being shut out in the cold, rightfully so. They've learned a lot about what it takes. You have to honor what you say. You have to be a person of your word. And they're figuring that out now. This is why I'm being shut out. This is why. Because it seems like they're questioning, like, the history that me and Aquarius have. Maybe, we should be good by now, not realizing that the actions that they've taken or not taken based on, you know what I mean? Their words don't match their actions. They're not walking the talk. That's why Aquarius is like, who cares? That's why Aquarius is shutting you out. But they need Aquarius, or they won't feel okay. Spirit has a deep plan for them. Spirit was trying to change this person, mold them. It might be too late for you. I'm only saying that because I feel that now you are not in the position where you're saying, yeah, sure, I'll help you get better, or sure, I'll get right on that. You may be looking at them like, well, I mean, you still got you though. I'm seeing that kind of. This person is open now. If they've started saying to you that they're open and they want to work on the partnership, or they want to work on something, they mean it now. Maybe before they didn't, or maybe before they did not act on what they said, and it let you, or cause you to feel like you can't trust them, but they're meaning it now. So I'm just going to leave that here with you. You could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Libra or a Taurus. And yeah, if you're not dealing, or a Libra Scorpio cusp, if you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.